Meanwhile, in a strong rebuttal at the United Nations General Assembly, External Affairs Minister S. Jaishankar delivered a sharp response to Pakistan, making India's position crystal clear. Jaishankar warned Islamabad that its long-standing policy of cross-border terrorism will no longer be tolerated and will certainly face consequences. He emphasized that Pakistan is now facing its own karma for fueling terrorism and destabilizing the region. Here's Jaishankar's statement from the United Nations General Assembly. Let's listen in.
The UN has always maintained that peace and development go hand in hand. Yet, when challenges to one have emerged, due regard has not been given to the other. Clearly, their economic implications for the weak and vulnerable need to be highlighted. But we must also recognize that conflicts themselves must be resolved. The world cannot be fatalistic about the continuation of violence on a large scale, no more than be impervious to its broader consequences. Whether it is the war in Ukraine or the conflict in Gaza, the international community seeks urgent solutions. These sentiments must be acknowledged and acted upon. That flouts sovereignty and territorial integrity acquires strategic connotations, especially when it is not a shared endeavor. Each of these dimensions underline that the world's problems can indeed be tackled. A dysfunctional nation coveting the lands of others must be exposed and must be countered. We heard some bizarre assertions from it at this very forum yesterday. So let me make India's position perfectly clear. Pakistan's cross-border terrorism policy will never succeed, and it can have no expectation of impunity. On the contrary, actions will certainly have consequences. The issue to be resolved between us is now only the vacation of illegally occupied Indian territory by Pakistan, and of course, the abandonment of Pakistan's long-standing attachment to terrorism. And processes have broken down. Countries have, and that by working together, we can surely create a larger lifting tide. Large parts of the world cannot be left behind when it comes to deciding the key issues of our times. An effective and efficient UN, a more representative UN, and a UN fit for purpose in the contemporary era is essential. Let us therefore send out a clear message from this UNGA session. We are determined not to be left behind.